Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video, and I am here to show you the Ark Dev kit and how to make things colorized and kind of make specific colors and do them how you want. You can kind of see that I've got my little shotgun special colorized to come in mod like this. And it's actually pretty simple. It's only going to take a few minutes to explain. Basically, as long as you've checked out some of my other mod videos, you'll be able to keep along with this. We'll even use some of the exact same steps. If you haven't seen them, make sure you go back a little bit and check out some of the stuff that I've done to get you caught up to the point so you can actually make your own mod and then color it how you want to. So let's go ahead and get started. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go back into our mods folder, and then we're going to go into our mods, which is teach mods for this case. And then I'm going to go into something that we made in the last one, and this is the justice sword. Now, what we're going to do is pretty simple. We're going to go ahead and click on the weapon sword justice of the actual icon of it. You can see it right there. And you're going to scroll down. I guess you can also just type it in. It doesn't matter too much until you find mesh. Now, what we're looking for is the actual picture of this thing. And we will find it right here. So you can see the skeletal mesh versus the two skeletal meshes right there. And that's what we're really looking for. Now I can click X on this. It doesn't matter, but I just wanted to show you can search via that way. And what we're looking for is you're going to go ahead and click on the skeletal mesh. Now, what it's going to pull up is a picture of your mod, of your, literally your picture of your mod. So there, right there, you can see this is my sword. That's what it looks like in the darkness. And this is kind of like on the light and kind of like scrolling around it here. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click this guy right here, right? This is what we're looking for. We're going to go ahead and all right, so essentially what we're going to do is we're going to locate this guy, and we're going to go to Browse to Asset and Content Viewer. Now you can see it right here. It's pulled up Sword Forged Colorize, and what we're going to do is we're going to go back up to our mod. And where is our mod? Right here. And we're going to go ahead and click and drag this guy into our Justice Sword, and we're going to go ahead and copy it. Now, the reason that you want to make a copy of it is because by making a copy, you're actually allowing yourself to kind of change what we want specifically. And what we're going to do is you're going to go ahead and X out of all of this. You're going to go ahead and right click to rename this thing, the same name. And then we're going to go ahead and call it just like we did in the last one, Justice, enter. It's going to rewrite all that stuff and clean up the old assets. And it will now have pulled up this guy and saved it for us. Now, once we do this, what essentially we're looking for, come on. All right, now you're going to double click on it. And what you're going to look for at this point in time, you're going to get this ball right here. And we're going to go to colorization. And just so you can see colorization, it's going to pull up a whole bunch of little menus for us. And you can go ahead and click on this. And then it's going to show you the different colors that you want to change to this guy. It kind of doesn't matter. You can change it how you want. It's up to you. And it kind of just like gives us a whole bunch of different options here. So I'm going to go ahead and make my colorized green, and then we're just going to go ahead and, because we know gray is representing the sword, we're going to go ahead and make this dark black, which is going to be cool looking. Click OK on that. Color 2. You know what, why not? Let's just go ahead and make this thing green and black across the board. That's just what we're going to feel like doing. There is no color 3 option. There is a color 4 option. This is like the brown part on the handle. And we're going to go ahead and make that, I don't know, let's go ahead and make it like a cool looking whitish color, I guess. All the way. There we go. So there's the old color, there's the new color. Click OK, and then there is no other colorization. Now, basically what we've done is we've created a new effect like this right here. You're going to go ahead and click Save, back out of this. And then you're going to go into your weapon sword justice. Now, what we're going to go do is we're going to go straight back to that mesh section right here. See this right here, skeletal mesh. And what we're trying to do essentially is we're going to go and double click on this, and then you can see that this is a normal looking sword. Now what we want to do is we want to make this guy the one that we're adding to this. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So by adding this to what we did right there, you can see we have essentially changed the color of the sword and kind of successfully changed it around. Pretty freaking neat, obviously. So that is the one way to do it. You can also double click on this guy and see that here's our colorization patterns right here and what we've kind of changed about it. You can go in and change other things if you want to do that. You do not have to, but you can see that we have done that, and it's kind of given us these cool looking funky colors on this sword to make it a special sword. Now, if you really wanted to, you can go ahead and go down all these things and then highlight this as well. So highlight it, move it, and then click on this guy and then move it here as well. And this is going to basically make all of our swords this color that we have for our special mod here. Now, that is essentially what we've done. We're going to go ahead and click X on this guy, and you have to also do it for the mesh one for this skeletal mesh as well. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and highlight this guy again and apply it right there, and then you can see it applied it across the board for us. we're going to go ahead and click save, and you can go ahead, if you really want to, you can go ahead and see this guy in action right here, and you can see all of the colors of it right here. Pretty simple, nothing super difficult about that. If you wanted to, what you could do, again, click on this guy and it'll show you the color regions that you have selected right here. And by clicking colorization, you'll see the different colors you have selected. So that's kind of that. So now that we have that, what you need to do is you need to strict compile this, and it's going to save these two files of the colors that you want. Click save. You got to make sure that inside of your, if I go to my window, we're going to go to world settings, and then make sure that your primal game data right here, it's going to take a second to construct this for us. You need to make sure that your mod pack is inserted. So basically what we're looking for is teach mod to be inserted in this primal game data, otherwise it won't pull it up for us. All right, now that we're waiting on it right here, you're just going to go ahead and go down to your mod that you have selected, click on it to force load this guy into this primal game data, and we're basically pulling our primal game data into this section right here. And then once it actually pulls that in there, we'll be able to see our sword. All right, now that it's all loaded in, you've got your primal game data BP with their teach mods in there. You have all of this uploaded and saved. It should be good to go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click play. And we're going to go and load into our game here. We'll click GCM so we can make our stuff. And then by crafting our sword, it's going to take a second to actually load this crafting section right here. Keep in mind, depending on your graphics card, it could take a little while. So give it a little bit of a break. And it does take a little bit of time, especially the first few times you run this program. It takes a long time to get things loaded. So you got to keep all those things in mind. So have your patience, because some of the loading phases, once you get them through the first few times, it's very, very easy to kind of keep going back to them over time. All right, now it's let us in here, and we can go ahead and click and type in Justice Sword. So we should be able to click on the Justice Sword right here, enable this thing, and then you can kind of see that we have our own sword. We've got it colorized how we want it to. You can kind of see, I'll go ahead and go into K mode so you can see what I'm talking about. So there is our sword right there. Pretty freaking cool, I mean, in my opinion at least. So this is how you make your own special mod. Pretty freaking neat, and color it however you want. And that's pretty much universal across the board. You just add those, whatever the little sphere is, into your stuff, and it'll allow you to colorize everything how you want. Now, that's kind of all you have to do in order to color things. Hopefully this helped you out. Teach out.